The recent beating death at Halawa Correctional Facility has more people calling for prison reform. That was just one of more than a dozen deaths for island inmates over the past year. Our Paul Drews joins us now live from the newsroom with a closer look at these deaths behind bars. It's a story that's all new at 6. Paul.
Well, prison is where convicted criminals go to serve their time. But for some Hawaii inmates, their time behind bars turns into a death sentence.
It shouldn't be the case that people go to prison and die. That's not part of our penal system. But there have been a very significant number of deaths.
In 2023, 17 Hawaii inmates died in prisons in the islands and on the mainland, according to the Hawaii Correctional System Oversight Report. The majority involved older inmates with terminal illnesses, but there were also 2 murders, 2 suicides, and 4 cases where a cause was not released. Part of this safety problem is that Hawaii's prisons remain understaffed.
We have about a third down on our corrections officers, but that's not uncommon across the nation.
Johnson says he has stepped up recruiting efforts to attract more corrections officers. But more staff is just one step to ensure the safety of prisoners. They also need to be properly trained to deal with mental health issues.
People with mental health care needs are provided them, but they're also locked up in isolation where they're not properly or carefully monitored. And isolation tends to aggravate whatever symptoms give rise to their mental health crises. And so, they take actions to kill themselves.
We've had so many deaths in solitary confinement.
Kat Brady with the Community Alliance on Prisons is asking lawmakers to reform Hawaii's solitary confinement rules, as well as take a closer look to see who is dying behind bars.
We need to take a really hard look at who we're putting in incarceration. Is this the best place for somebody who's suffering and contending with a bunch of mental health issues?
According to annual reports, Hawaii's prisons remain overcrowded with inadequate health care facilities, while even the design of the state's aging correctional centers adds to this safety problem.
Right now, there's a lot of nooks and crannies where we can't see what's going on in the facilities. We are planning on upgrading the security camera equipment, first at Women's, which we're underway now, adding additional security cameras. Then we'll go to OCCC, and then we'll go through the facilities on the mainland, on neighbor islands as well.
Johnson is asking state lawmakers for more construction money, but he says those funds will go to rehabilitate parts of our current prisons, not add additional spaces. And without major changes to our prison system, those who closely track this safety issue fear 2024 will be another deadly year for those behind bars.
Without any doubt, there are going to be more deaths for a variety of reasons because of the fact that we are not set up to deal with the challenges of people in prison who have serious mental health needs.
Now, island inmates used to want to serve their time here in Hawaii, but now, according to this report, many would prefer to do their time in newer and safer facilities on the mainland. Paul Drews for Island News.